Student, welcome to the online classes of chemistry. So today we will discuss about the chemical properties of ethers. So here in chemical properties, so here the first chemical property is cleavage of CO bond in ethers. Cleavage of CO bond in ethers. So look here students, here in ethers are less reactive of the functional group CO. So the ethers, the cleavage of CO bond takes place under drastic condition only. So here remember the cleavage of CO bond takes place under drastic condition only. Under drastic, the cleavage of CO bond in ether takes place under drastic condition. So here, so it takes place under drastic condition. So therefore, the first reaction is reaction with number one, reaction with halogen acids, that is HX. HX is equal to HI, HBr, HCl. So here you may write that is halogen acids, or it is also called as hydrogen halides. So here when ethers are treated with hydrogen halides, so it forms alkyl halide, and if you use excess of hydrogen halides, then it forms alkyl halide. So remember students, here I will write first a general reaction. So ROR, when it is treated with HX, so here it forms ROH, alcohol plus alkyl halide. Look here students, it is alcohol and it is alkyl halide. It is alkyl halide. And similarly here this ROH, it further reacts with hydrogen halide, and then again it forms RX plus R, that is RX here, and then water is removed. So here it forms RX, it is called as alkyl halide. If excess of HI is used, it forms alkyl halide. And I will take an example here. So if you use, so any example, you may take dimethyl ether, or you may take ethyl methyl ether, any example. So COCH3 plus HI, it gives CH3OH plus CH3I. Look here. So here when dimethyl ether is treated with hydrogen iodide, it forms methyl alcohol and methyl iodide. And if you use excess of HI, again this methyl alcohol, CH3OH, this methyl alcohol reacts with this hydrogen iodide, and water is eliminated, and then here it forms methyl iodide as the main product. It is methyl iodide. It is the main product here. Look here students. And similarly, if you take aromatic ethers, so it is alkyl aryl ethers. So second example I will write here, that is aromatic ethers. Aromatic ethers are also called as alkyl aryl ethers. Look here, same reaction takes place when this anisole, it is, or you may take an aryl group here, alkyl group, and when it is treated with HX, and here it directly forms phenol. phenol, so OH and then RX. So look here students, here when this aromatic compound, here it is aromatic ether treated with hydrogen halide, it uses phenol and an alkyl halide. And you may also write an example here. I will write example here. So when anisole is OCH3, it is called as anisole when it is treated with hydrogen iodide. When it is treated with hydrogen iodide, it gives phenol plus methyl iodide. Look here, it gives phenol and methyl iodide. So look here students, here it is phenol is formed. And then how the mechanism takes place, how this reaction takes place. So what is the mechanism behind this? Let us see the mechanism here. So here it follows the kinetic of second order reaction, that is nucleophilic substitution, bimolecular reaction, SN2 mechanism. Look here. So here, what is the mechanism here? So I will show the mechanism. It follows SN2 mechanism. It follows SN2 mechanism. And here it has 3 steps. Look here students, step 1 here. So from hydrogen halide or hydrogen iodide, the proton attacks to the ether. Look here, I will write here. Protonation of ether takes place from HI. So here it forms CH3O, so CH2, CH3. Look here students, here it is ethyl methyl ether. It is called as ethyl methyl ether. And when it is treated with hydrogen iodide, H is plus and I is minus, and H proton, it acts as an electrophile, and here this I act as a nucleophile. And then here it is the slowest reaction here, and then here this H plus, that is attacks here, and then here it forms CH3O, CH2, CH3 plus I minus. Look here students, it is the first step. Then here it is called as protonated ether, oxonium or oxonium ion. So then step 2. So here the nucleophile I minus attacks the protonated ether. The I minus attack the protonated ether. Here it forms an alkyl halide. So protonated ether, and it forms iodide, that is methyl iodide, forming methyl iodide and ethanol. Look here students, this I minus attacks this CH3O, CH2, CH3 it gives a transition state where this is CH3 and then it is O. Look here, it is CH2, CH3. So it is a transition state, and where it forms here CH3I plus CH3. So here it decomposes, it is CH3, CH2, OH, ethanol. Look here students, here it forms. And if hydrogen iodide is taken in excess, so hydrogen iodide is taken in excess. Step 3, if hydrogen iodide is taken in excess, then alcohol reacts with HI, forming ethyl iodide. Look here students. So this is the mechanism here. It forms ethyl iodide. Then how it takes place? Look here. I will write here CH3O, and here it is, I will write ethyl alcohol, it is H. So ethyl alcohol, CH3, CH2, OH. It is called as ethyl alcohol. And here in ethyl alcohol, so here this HI, it reacts. So it is HI, it is plus and it is minus, and here first protonation takes place here, and then it forms CH3, CH2O, it is EH plus I minus. Look here student, protonated alcohol is formed, and when this protonated alcohol is formed, it is attacked by this I minus. So I minus CH3, CH2OH, and here it is protonated alcohol. When this I attacks here, the water is removed here, and then water is removed, it forms CH3, CH2I. Look here student, it is mechanism. So almost this mechanism may not ask in your examination, but you must know how the reaction takes place here. How this hydrogen iodide attacks this ether, and then it forms a protonated ether, and how this protonated ether reacts with another nucleophile and it forms a transition state. After that it forms methyl alcohol and methyl iodide. And again, if excess of HI is used, then again this ethyl alcohol react with this hydrogen iodide, forming again ethyl iodide. So here the final product, it forms ethyl iodide. So here it is the mechanism. I think it is clear to you all. So this is the mechanism. This mechanism may not ask in the examination, but you must know the reaction mechanism of hydrogen iodide with ether when excess of hydrogen iodide is used. Then, so what happens when the higher ethers, like that is tertiary butyl methyl ethers, so these are treated with hydrogen iodide. So look here students, reaction with, next reaction with tertiary butyl methyl ether. So what happens here? So here, when this tertiary butyl methyl ether is treated with hydrogen iodide, so it forms methanol and tertiary butyl iodide. Look here students, when CH3 CH3, it is O, CH3, it is CH3. It is called as a tertiary butyl methyl ether. So when it is treated with hydrogen iodide, look here students, when it is treated with hydrogen iodide, and here this methyl alcohol is removed, and then it forms tertiary butyl iodide. Tertiary butyl iodide. Tertiary butyl iodide is formed. It is tertiary butyl methyl ether. When treated with hydrogen iodide, it forms a tertiary butyl iodide and methanol is formed. And here also the mechanism takes place, student. So how the mechanism takes place? So here in this reaction, it follows a mechanism. Here it follows the kinetics of first order. The kinetics of first order, that is SN1 mechanism. Look here students, it follows the kinetics of SN1 mechanism. So what happens here? So here in a mechanism, it has two steps. Step 1, so step 1, this tertiary butyl methyl ether, tertiary butyl methyl ether. So it is attacked by the proton. So it is attacked by the proton. Tertiary butyl methyl ether reacts with proton, forming carbocation. Student, it is the slowest reaction. It is the slowest reaction. It is also called as a rate determining step. Look here. So carbocation and methyl alcohol. Look here students, I will write CH3, C, CH3, O, CH3, and then it is again CH3. When it is treated with HI, so H plus only attacks here. Then here it separates out. And then it forms CH3OH plus CH3, CCH3, and then CCH3 plus it forms carbocation. Here it is a carbocation is formed. It is the slowest step. So where the rate determining step, it is also called as rate determining step. And then here the second step, step 2, this carbocation reacts with nucleophile I minus. So attack of iodide ion takes place. Attack of iodide ion takes place, forming tertiary butyl iodide. Look here students, forming tertiary butyl iodide. So here I will write CH3, CCH3, CH3. So it is carbocation. When it is treated with a nucleophile iodide, it forms CH3, CH3. It is CH3, it is I. It is called as tertiary butyl iodide. So here it is the slowest step and it is the fast reaction. Look here student, it is a mechanism. So here in one step only the reaction is completed, but here it first forms carbocation and this carbocation reacts with the nucleophile and then it forms tertiary butyl iodide. So it is the mechanism which takes place in two steps. So student, now what are the electrophilic substitution reaction? So the reaction due to benzene ring. Here the incoming group attack to the benzene ring in the ortho and para position, because the ethers are aromatic ethers are the ortho and para directive. Since the ortho and para positions are more electron density, hence it use ortho and para product. And among ortho and para product, so the para product is the most, that is so yield of the para product is more, and it is called as major product. So let us see the electrophilic substitution reaction. Look here. Electrophilic substitution reaction. Electrophilic substitution reaction. So here aromatic ethers means that is this alkyl aryl ethers. Aromatic ethers means alkyl aryl ethers. Ethers are the ortho and para directive. Means the incoming group is incoming group is attached to the ortho and para position. So ortho and para directive, because the ortho and para positions are having high electron density. These are high electron density. It can be shown by resonance. It can be shown by resonance. Look here students, I will show by resonance. Here, look here, it is anisole aromatic ether. So here this pair of electrons are in conjugation with the pi electrons of this benzene ring, then it forms look here, then it comes here, then here, look here, and again the negative charge delocalization takes place. Then finally, that's the final, that is you may write or may not write, or leave it here only. Look here, it is the resonance, and here this ortho and para positions. This ortho, here ortho, and here it is para position, and again it is ortho, the electron density is more. And due to this reason, this aromatic ethers, or you may say that is the alkoxy group of this aromatic compounds, use ortho and para compounds or products. So here the first reaction, look here, I will show students here, halogenation. Halogenation. So what happens here? in halogenation, when anisole is treated with bromine water, anisole is treated with bromine water in presence of ethanoic acid, it forms ortho-bromoanisole and para-bromoanisole. So look here, when anisole is treated with bromine water, in presence of ethanoic acid, it gives ortho-bromoanisole and para-bromoanisole. Ortho-bromoanisole and para-bromoanisole. Look here students, I will write the reaction. OCH3. So I will take 2 here, then 2Br2 in presence of ethanoic acid. So here it forms. So one ortho position and one para position. So here it forms OCH3, and then first one, that is ortho-bromo, plus the next one para-bromo, plus here 2HBr. So here it is ortho-bromoanisole and para-bromoanisole. And here you may also write like this. So here that is 2-bromoanisole and 4-bromoanisole. So it is an ortho and para product, para directive. Look here students, here clearly that is I mentioned this reaction and the resonance structure. So this is called as the aromatic substitution, that is called as electrophilic substitution reaction, the reaction which takes place in the benzene ring. And now let us see the Friedel-Crafts reaction and nitration. So these also takes place in the same way. Friedel-Crafts reaction. In Friedel-Crafts reaction, there are two types of reaction. One is Friedel-Crafts alkylation, another one is Friedel-Crafts acylation, alkylation. Two reactions are there. So second one, Friedel-Crafts reaction. In Friedel-Crafts reaction, number one, Friedel-Crafts alkylation. Look here students, Friedel-Crafts alkylation. So what happens here? When anisole is treated with methyl chloride in presence of anhydrous aluminum chloride, so it gives again ortho and para product. So here it again gives ortho and para product, that is called as 2-methoxytoluene, and then another one is 4-methoxytoluene. So here I will write the example. When anisole is treated with methyl chloride in presence of anhydrous aluminum chloride, AlCl3. Look here students, in presence of anhydrous aluminum chloride. So or you may write an inert solvent like carbon disulfide. So it gives 2-methoxytoluene, it gives 2-methoxytoluene and 4-methoxytoluene. that is ortho and para product. So I will write here reaction OCS3 plus here 2CHCl3, that is CS3Cl in presence of anhydrous aluminum chloride AlCl3. So here it ortho and para position. So it gives, look at student, OCS3, and here CS3 group attacks here ortho position. It gives ortho plus, and another one is para position. So OCS3, another one is CS3 plus 2SCl. So it is called as 2-methoxy toluene, and it is 4-methoxy toluene. It is called as Friedel-Crafts alkylation. Then what is the Friedel-Crafts acylation? So students, here in Friedel-Crafts acylation, when this anisole is treated with, acyl chloride in presence of anhydrous aluminum chloride. So here it forms 2-methoxyestophenone and 4-methoxyestophenone. So look here students, a second one, Friedel-Crafts acylation. When anisole is treated with acyl chloride, that is nothing but CS3COCl, acyl chloride in presence of anhydrous aluminum chloride, it gives 2-methoxy acetophenone and 4-methoxy estophenone. Look here students. So when this anisole, it is treated with acyl chloride, CS3Cl, it is 2, it is also 2 in presence of anhydrous aluminum chloride. So it forms OCS3 as it is and COCH3. So here it divides and CO bonding takes place here, ortho and para position. So then it gives, it is COCS3 plus 2SCl. Look here students, one is the ortho product, so it is 2-methoxyestophenone and it is 4-methoxyestophenone. So here it is Friedel-Crafts reaction, and here in Friedel-Crafts reaction there are two types, one is alkylation and another one is acylation. So here it carries, each carries 3 marks, each carries 3 marks. And then the last one is nitration. The last one is nitration. I think you got the idea of this alkylation and acylation, and then now the last reaction that is called as nitration. So in nitration, when this anisole is treated with a mixture of concentrated nitric acid and sulfuric acid, it is also called as nitrating mixture. So again it gives ortho and para derivatives. Nitration. Look here students, here it gives, when it is treated with, anisole is treated with this concentrated mixture of concentrated nitric acid and sulfuric acid, it gives here two product, that is ortho and para product. Look here, when this anisole, it is treated with nitric acid in presence of H2SO4, look here, it is 2 and here it breaks, and then it forms two products, OCH3 NO2 plus OCH3 NO2, nitro group is introduced, and then here it forms 2H2O. So sulfuric acid acts as a catalyst, and then here it forms 2 nitroanisole and 4 nitroanisole. It is 2 nitroanisole and it is 4 nitroanisole. So here the statement is very simple. When anisole is treated with a mixture of concentrated HNO3 and concentrated H2SO4, look here, this mixture is called as nitrating mixture. It is called as a nitrating mixture. Nitrating mixture treated with concentrated nitric acid and concentrated sulfuric acid, it gives ortho nitro anisole, or you may write 2 nitroanisole and 4 nitroanisole. Look here students, it is about a reaction. So here the second topic, alcohols, phenols and ethers, are completed. Student, one thing, so organic chemistry carries highest marks in chemistry, that is near about 44 marks. So you please practice all the reactions. All the reactions you should practice daily. So otherwise you will forget these reactions. So practice makes a man perfect. So therefore you have to write all the reactions daily and daily practice these reactions, how the reaction takes place and mechanism. Then only you will get more marks in organic chemistry. So thank you.